Hey guys, welcome back to another video. On this episode we're going to be putting the M50 in and trying to start it for the first time, so stay tuned. So the last job we have to do is replace the stud on the exhaust manifold. Just gone ahead and welded a nut onto the old one just because the threads were completely screwed. We've just swapped it for a new one there. Now we'll just chuck it on the head now. So we've got some help and we're just gonna get the crane and chuck the engine off the stand and chuck it on a tyre. That way we can get to the rear main and all the clutch and stuff. So we've got the engine just on a tyre now, and we're just going to pop the stand off, and then we'll do the clutch and the rear main seal and slap the gearbox on. Right, so we're just about to slap the flywheel and clutch on. We've just gone with a Clutch Max kit. It's just a single mass flywheel and a 6-puck disc, so it should be good enough for doing some skids. So we've just messed up and we left the bell housing bolts at Pete's house. It was all Pete's fault.
Oh yeah.
So now we're going to whip there, and we also realised that we don't have bolts for the pressure plates. We're going to whip to Bunnings and grab those. So we'll do that now. Yeet! Alright, so we're back. We've got the bell housing bolts and we've got the clutch pressure plate bolts, so we're all good to crack on and get the clutch on. Clutch is in, it's all tightened down. We actually put red Loctite on the pressure plate bolts just because Pete's had experience of them backing out, so we don't want that happening. And so we'll just take this out.
Oh yeah.
And we'll just chuck on the box now. Easy peasy. So the gearbox is on, not sure how much was filmed, but we've got the starter on and the slaves on and all the bell housing bolts are on. We've also just topped up the transmission. Put a little bit extra, just for good luck. And the engine's pretty much ready to go in, so we'll start slapping her in. Just also zip tied the clutch line up and out of the way. And we've just popped the engine mounts in, which I just made on the lathe, and we're ready to go, ready to chuck the engine in. Hey guys, today we're going to be turning this into an engine mount using my lathe. All done. Here's the finished mounts versus the factory mounts there.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So under the car, we've got the transmission cross member on. She's all fitted up. She's all good to go. Just need to chuck those bolts on. Here's the finished product. She's all in, no more crane on the engine mounts and on the transmission mount. Unfortunately, we did nick this bad boy and crack her a little bit. Luckily, Pete has a spare. Pete's 36 parts. Now we just gotta button it up and get ready for a first start. So it's a new day now. We were working pretty late to get the engine in last night. So we're just gonna pick up where we left off. So we've just gotta do the fuel lines and the wiring harness, and then we'll be good to try get the engine started. So it was a little bit hard to film, but the fuel lines are all done, which are these ones here. So this is the feed going into the filter, and that's the return on top of it there. I've just put a zip tie here just to prevent the feed from looping down and falling down here. So I'm pretty confident. I'll just do that one up a little bit. I should keep it tucked up and out of the way. So now we just got to do the wiring. Got the main power relay done here. We've also done the fuse box power and these connectors here. The only thing we're not sure about is this one. I believe it goes to the starter post, which is deep in there. You're probably not going to be able to see it. I'm just going to wait for Pete to confirm that, and then we'll be good to go. We're just going to move on to something different. We're just going to make sure that she's filled up with oil, and we'll just top up the fuel a little bit with newer fuel. We're all connected now. We were right, the power line here. Just went to the back of the starter down there, so I've plugged that in. I've just popped the number 18 fuse out, so that way the fuel pump's not gonna run, so we can prime the engine, get some oil circulating. That way it's not gonna be dry when we start it for the first time. So now we'll just pop the battery on and we'll start priming it. Let's see if she works. She's definitely neutral. Let's see if she primes. No. So we found the issue. We forgot to bridge the park safety switch, so we've just bridged them there. I think it's pin 1 and 3, so the green and then the brown and black wire. And that should mean that the starter motor is going to be engaged. We'll see how we go. Let's try this again. Okay, it definitely cranks. Now we're just going to chuck the fuel fuse back in. Let's do this.
Two hours later.
There you have it. She starts, she runs, idles pretty well. The throttle's just getting a little bit stuck, so I'll just have to adjust the cable a little bit. That's where we're going to leave it in this video. So please like, sub, all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one. We'll get this bad boy driving. See you later.